Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be talking about the Consumer Electronics Show or the CES convention. If you like this video, please remember to like and subscribe. Now let's get right into it. Fact 1. The CES show was spun off from the Chicago Music Show. A long time ago, the only consumer electronics show was the Chicago Music Show. It was the only exhibit and the only convention that showcased consumer electronics. And for the CES, it was actually spun off from this show and first held in New York City in the summer of 1967. From 1978 to 1994, CES was actually held twice each year, and the one in Chicago was actually known as the Summer Consumer Electronics Show. It is very interesting that it moved from various cities to Las Vegas, where it is held today. Part of the reason why Las Vegas became the default is because the summer show was getting less and less popular, while the winter show in Las Vegas was getting more popular. Fact 2 started in New York City. As I mentioned in the previous section, the CES show actually first started in New York City. This was the very first time a dedicated convention for consumer electronics was held. And it was interesting that even though it was first held in New York City, it moved to Chicago for the summer and Las Vegas for the winter. And therefore, really, it was only in New York City for a handful of years prior to moving it to its final location in Las Vegas, as it is today. It is interesting that, like a lot of stories in America, whether it's companies or immigration stories from people over the world, that New York City is always the first place, right? It's always the origin of all these stories, and then eventually they move on to other parts of the United States. The same thing can be said with CES. New York City is its birthplace. However, these days, it's very well known that it is held in Las Vegas. Next time you hear another story about something starting in New York City, you can add another one to it, which is the CES. Fact 3. Including automotive technology. Although, when you talk about CES, the first things people come to mind is consumer electronics like laptops, gadgets, computers, TV screens, and so forth. Actually, automotive technology plays a huge role in CES. Major car companies such as Mercedes-Benz uses CES to debut new cars as well. And within these new cars are obviously new electronics and new technologies for consumers to check out. So you can see that CES is not really just a consumer electronics show, but a mini auto show if you think about it. In addition to electronics, automotive companies and automotive technology companies use this opportunity to showcase new technologies that they've been working on. For example, Honda introduced the autonomous work vehicle at the show, while Yandex, the Russia's search giant, offered a free demo of their driverless technology, the Yandex taxi service. Now let's get into the next fact. Fact 4. Fully virtual in 2021. As everyone knows, the COVID pandemic from 2020 to 2022 and kind of still ongoing, it impacted many things in the world, especially in-person events such as conventions. Nobody wanted to go to a convention and get COVID. And so for 2021, the first time ever, CES was held virtually online. What people had to do was log into their home computers and check out various webinars and shows that were being streamed from various locations. This was a very large departure from what it used to be CES. In 2022, despite COVID not really fully eliminated and still being a highly transmissible disease among people, it has returned to in-person. And it should be expected because for conventions, it is really difficult to showcase things virtually. People need to really experience it in person, play with the gadgets in person, touch it with their hands, see it with their eyes to be able to really appreciate the new technology. Fact 5. Industrial espionage. It used to be that CES was a great place to showcase new technologies, new consumer products, and everyone was friendly with each other, and competitors used this opportunity to check out what other people are working on, but never really took a step beyond that. However, as of lately, security is a huge concern at CES. In fact, in the past, there were demo gadgets or demo technologies that were stolen from exhibitors. This prompted the convention organizers to begin stepping up in security by requiring more stringent checks on who can get into the backstage, who can get into the exhibit. Because the last thing the organizer wants is to have a repeat of 2017 where prototype laptops were stolen. This would really scare off exhibitors to showcase their technology in the future and jeopardize the CES convention. As a result, the CES convention is now much tighter in security and highly monitored in case of espionage or theft or other malicious acts. Well, that's it for my video. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. See you next time.